Yes, adore you all of the time. I'd like to. I'd like to.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But today we're going to be installing some side skirts on my BMW 125i e82. It's already out, got it jacked up and all that good stuff from the ramps. Yeah, and this is something that you can do at home and like with some entry-level tools. And yeah, super simple. Stay tuned. So there's a few things you'll need for this build. Main things: pack of rivets, a rivet gun, a drill, and the appropriate bit. And then you'll need some of this stuff. This is what makes it $20. That's garden edging. Now, I picked that up in my local Bunnings, which for those of you who don't know what Bunnings is, it's like, I don't know, like a Walmart or some sort of shit like that. Your Home Depot is your Home Depot. Some garden edging, and that's gonna make our side skirts. So we're gonna cut these to size. We're gonna draw underneath the car on the side skirt. And we're gonna do this with like the least amount of customization it needs. I think you need one cut, and just a few drills, a couple of rivets, cut the rivets off, and you're done. That's all there is to it. It's super simple, super cheap, and it should give this car a little edgy, like, you know what I mean. Well, you'll see at the end. So, let's get into it. I lied, you're also gonna need a pair of scissors just to cut the garden edging apart. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna like lay this out so you can get your right sizes. I would say give yourself just a little bit extra just in case you do misjudge the thing, because you can always just cut it off at the end. Because it's super easy to cut with some, you know, houses or whatever you got. But if you give yourself too little, then you're gonna start all over again. So I'll lay it out next to the car, keeping in mind that there are some jack points underneath this, so it can't be, it'll make sense in a sec, but I'm gonna avoid them. That's pretty much all there is to it. So I cut it off. I gave myself a little bit extra, like I said, just in case I screw something up. But they came off super simple with the kitchen scissors or whatever. Now, naturally, this stuff will want to bend because it's been rolled up. This has been rolled up its entire life. So, if it wants to bend, all you simply do is just like, yeah, I know it sucks, but you gradually have to go through it and you have to bend it back, all that sort of stuff, until naturally it doesn't want to bend anymore. And naturally, it's just a bit straighter. Now, you don't have to do that perfectly because like once you start drilling, once you start riveting and all that sort of stuff, it'll stay straight. But just for an easy install, you bend it out just a little bit. I find it's a bit easier to get this stuff on the car. So I'll lay it out and I'll show you what I mean underneath. So just to give you an idea, this is what the car looks like at the moment. And this is what it will look like, you know, stock or whatever, depending on, it doesn't matter even what car you have. This is not just applied to the 125i or any BMW like that. This applies to every car with any side of side skirts. It just wants these sort of, you know, side skirts to come out the side. But like I said, these are super cheap. So like if you fuck this up, it doesn't even matter because you can just go to the store and buy another one or drill the rivet out or whatever. And that's the beauty of it. Like you lose nothing. But if you go ahead and you buy $200 side skirts and you don't like the look of them, well then you've just spent 200 bucks. You know, you can do that 10 times with this. So, and you get a shit ton of that left over anyway for your garden if you're gardening. So here we are under the back of the car, and this is what I'm talking about when I mean the jack bits. Now, originally I was gonna put this up to this and then cut out the side here where the jack stand bit would go, but I've just decided that it'll actually fit and probably make it a bit more aggressive because it'll sit a bit more further out if I just leave it as is and drill it along the very inside of the side skirt. Now, I could be a lot more exact and I could, you know, measure all this out and I could drill it out and all that sort of stuff, but I've never really been a guy for measuring and shit. So I'm just gonna kind of drill and then hope not hope, and then I'll know it'll fit well. If I follow the body line of the car and I do the same on the other side, it should turn out identical. But you want to make sure that when you drill the first one, you drill the second one straight away. Like for example, when you drill through the first side skirt and then you go through your actual side skirt, you want to make sure they line up perfectly. And that can only happen if you do them at the same time. So when you push and hold them up at the same time, then you'll be able to drill straight through one to the other and then put the rivet in straight away. So then you know that that's dead straight, that's going on there, and that they're not gonna fly off at 100 kilometers an hour. Or like, you know, when you're doing 400 on the Autobahn, which will never happen for me. No, it won't. So I've got my rivets on standby. The rivet gun doesn't have to be on standby, but I'll have it on standby. And I've got my drill bit, and my drill, and I've got my side skirt. And I'm just gonna line the first one up flat and level with the front, like so. And as long as the first one goes in straight, the rest depends, because this is quite malleable as well. The good thing about it being garden edging and all that is that it's meant to be malleable. So when you gotta line the first one up, as long as that's in line, the rest of it should follow suit, which is the beauty of, you know, which isn't always the beauty of most car stuff. So when I send this one, I'll go through the second one as well. Now, like I said, I'll hold that in place. Grab my rivet. Now, if I find the first hole, the rivet will fit through that, like that. Yeah? And then bang, I'll find the second hole. Now, it depends on what size rivet you use as to what size rivet attachment you use, but more or less, I went for the largest one, just because, like I said, I don't want this to fly off doing 400 on the Autobahn. Stupid. So, that's all there is to it. That's attached. That's not going anywhere. That's in that part of the car. Now, obviously, I'll have to get this little metal prong out, because these are pop rivets. But I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. But we'll get all of them on, and then I'll show you how to take these out. Now, as you can see, I have a ton excess. So this is why I said don't stress, because all you have to do is cut along this and bang. You have that custom size. Bang. Perfect. Mad. So now you can see what it looks like. That's the side skirt. Not too shabby, if you ask me. Now, obviously, I've still got all those rivet ends still in there, so they'll have to pop off, but we'll lower it down. Damn, son. Like I said, not too bad. Not too bad at all. $20, a little bit of hard work. Man, that looks all right. Now, as I said, there's a certain technique to getting these pop rivet things off, and it just involves the rivet gun. So, every time you squeeze the rivet, the needle comes further and further out, and the rivet becomes tighter and tighter and tighter. It gets to a point where you keep squeeze, moving it back up and all that sort of stuff, and then bang, it'll just pop, and it'll pop right off. It does take a little bit of effort. You get super sweaty, especially if it's like a hot day outside, or like, you know, a beautiful day outside. So yeah, just be aware of that sort of thing. It makes a bit of a loud noise. Other than that, nothing to be scared of. Just get right into it.
One eternity later.
Now, you can use the pop rivet thing, but mine's playing up on me a little bit. So I'm actually just going to angle around them all off, which will be way easier and way quicker. But feel free to do it the other way. But here you go.
See
What is up, guys? Welcome back. Now, it has been, I don't even know how long between the last clip you saw and now. It's been ages. Nonetheless, the car's done. I'll give you a quick walk around. So, side skirts are on, looking pretty mad, pretty fat. I've driven this car a fair amount since, having them on, and haven't had any complaints about them. They haven't rattled, they haven't done anything crazy in the wind or anything like that, so it's good. It's been good. Car's been well, so they're on there pretty solidly. I did tons of rivets. There's no way these side skirts are coming off anytime soon, unless of course somebody cut them off. But yeah, they're great. Like I said, they're cheap as I don't know, 20 bucks for the whole thing. That's including all the rivets and everything, and that's just the cheapest mod I've done to this car that's made a decent enough impact, especially with just making the car look a bit wider than it is and all that sort of stuff, because obviously the 1M fenders are out to here or whatever, and that looks aggressive as. And side skirts look great on any car, and this is just the cheapest alternative to that. And yeah, it's pretty mad, pretty easy. Now, if you guys like that video, sorry it took forever to come out. Be sure to like it, comment, let me know what I should do next. I don't even actually know if this car will be around for much longer, but nonetheless, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.